let me just clear the board here because I know he's probably going to write like crazy. It is my honor to join forces with Casey on these meetups. I do believe that even though we're going more and more into the virtual world, I do believe that the human spirit has to come together in the physical form in meetings, and I can't think of a better way than this. I mean, this is fantastic, this structure. We have the peanut gallery here, we have the Force 5 here. I love this. I love when people to get together and exchange ideas. And I can't think of a better person to join forces with than with my partner here, Casey Eberhart. When I first met Casey, it was at his meetup. Yeah, it was at his meetup.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was at one of your meetups at the Airtel. I'll never forget it. Here was a dynamic person that had this room hopping and buzzing, and let me tell you something, I had to wait in line to kiss his ring the first time I met him. Do you guys remember those days? Yes. Unbelievable. But when I did, what a sheer pleasure. Because here's a gentleman that does believe in the presentation. Not only that, he does believe in the networking. He does believe in your messages, and he wants to help you to reach an even bigger audience. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our co-host for this evening, Casey Eberhart.
Cool.
Hey, winners!
So I'm going to actually tell you my close up front.
Oh, I love it. I
Right? My close and what I want you to do at the end of tonight is to fill out this form. Okay, so this is a presentation I normally do in about an hour, and I'm going to try to do it in about 10 minutes. So I actually have notes up here which I don't normally use, but it's so important for me to get this message out. So today I want to do something. I want to compare web versus social, because CIA. I am so sick and tired of watching people spend hours and hours and hours on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter not having it drive any business whatsoever, and all it does is waste time. So I want to ask you guys, tell me the difference between posting something on the web versus something on social media. We'll start with this. What's the big difference between these two?
Stickiness.
Stickiness?
Visibility.
Visibility?
Searchability.
Searchability? Cost?
Strategy.
What is happening? All of a sudden I feel like I'm back in a rave. Yes?
Accessibility.
Oh, accessibility. What is going on? Okay. I'm sorry, what? Yep.
Hello? Rick?
It'll be fine, it'll be fine. What else? How about this? How about the web is permanent and social is temporary? A message on Facebook lasts how long?
1 page.
Minutes.
1 page. Minutes. So here's what happens. Everybody's spending all their time over on the social thing for temporary messages that last minutes, and most people are not spending time creating content for the internet. Do you understand that in 3 years, the 15-year-olds run the world? Let me repeat that.
Only 3 years?
Let me put it in a different perspective.
You're at a house that run the world already.
They run the world already.
21.
At most, you have 1,000 days. Back in the day, we were competing with billions of pages on the internet. Now you're competing with trillions. Right? Business, look around here. Ryan, how old are you? 28. There's nobody in this room younger than 28. My guess is if we take him out of it, we're into our mid-30s.
I wish.
Yeah, I wish. Right? But here's the thing. You go to networking events and what do you see? The crowds are getting older and older and older, and the younger kids are getting more and more online and connected. How do they do that? They're creating content for the internet. They may play it for social, but they're generating content for the internet. So here's the deal. I am going to challenge you to do the right things in the right order. Most of us, most people are doing the right things in the wrong order. Okay? So I'm going to actually give you the right order. if that's okay. Now I'm going to tell you, just so you know a little bit about what I do. I used to jump around on stage, and some of you have seen me speak before. I used to jump around and say, I'm low tech, big check, right? That was a big excuse for me to not learn technology. I got to basically be authentically inauthentic. Because at the same time I was saying that, I also understood that by putting the power of a blog together, that I could control a lot of readers, I could create raving fans, and that blog post would go out and work for me forever. Not 5 minutes as it does on Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn.
Thank you.
Does that make sense? Okay? So here's the deal. There are four steps to this process, and I am going to beg you to do this before your 15-year-olds stomp us all at this. Okay? So here's what the first thing you need to do is create video. People love watching video. You need to talk to Bruce, you need to talk to David. These guys will help you create video. Google Hangouts, you can post it right immediately to YouTube. But here's the thing. If you do a video, and here's the thing, by the way, just as a little asterisk footnote, you look and sound exactly like you are on video. It doesn't put on 15 pounds. It doesn't make you look fat. It doesn't make you look skinny. It doesn't make your voice sound weird. You look exactly like you look on video. Unless you use Nerium, and then you've got, like, you know, or your Barbara Walters and put Vaseline on the lens. One of the two. It all works, right? I'm sorry, I mistake. She puts pantyhose over the lens. So, here's the thing. You gotta do video. Video lasts forever. I get booked as a speaker. I do, for those of you that are speakers, I don't say this bragging, I just say this as a truism. I don't have a business card. I don't have a speaker reel. I don't have a one sheet. My website is so broken it can't hardly even do anything. But what I have are hundreds and hundreds of video of me online. When somebody calls me, they are hiring me to speak. I'm not begging them to take a look at a speaker reel and a one sheet and a resume. They know what they get. I am not a lectern PowerPoint speaker. Some of you that have seen me know that, right? So here's the deal. You want to create video. Then, then you need to post this on your optimized website or blog. Okay? Website or blog, this video gets posted on your own website or blog. Okay? This is very important. Your website has got to be using WordPress. Anybody that tries to tell you that for some templated website, the way I use templated websites is very simple. Google loves to send in spiders to crawl your content to show it up in the Google search engines. If you build a website with a template, here's what happens. Think of those spiders trying to get in a house, but you've got all the doors shut, all the windows done, you've got bait around the outside to kill them, there's a fence on with walls. A couple of them might get in, but you're hurting yourself. WordPress is like you got the windows open, the doors open, there's a big feast in the center, and you're inviting all those spiders in. Okay, so WordPress needs to go on your own WordPress website or blog. Number 3 is you need a CDN. This is a content distribution network. Okay? Empower Network is about as close to a CPN as possible. I'm the CEO of a a content distribution network. Think of like the Huffington Post. Everybody thinks the Huffington Post is this big, rad website. It's a bunch of reporters that all know that if I all contributing content to one place, it becomes way more powerful for Google. Google likes 3 things. Is it relevant, is it current, and is it trusted? So a website that changes and has hundreds of pieces of content coming out on it every day will outperform a website that's updated once a week, once every 2 weeks. So with DNet, which is our distribution network, our subscribers pay to have access to post as much content as they want to our blog and our website, and because there's a whole bunch of people doing that, it makes it so much stronger and it gets it powerful out. Right? Same with Empower. It's about creating the power of a crowd. Right? The power of a crowd is always going to be stronger than just you. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? And then fourth, that's when you can go do your social, right? And when you're using your social media, it always has a CTA, call to action, and it always refers back to the blog content on the CDN or on your blog, on your own individual blog. Can you guys see that if you just switch the order of this, most people are trying to do this. Oh, I had a great meeting at M Street Coffee today. Who cares? If you said, hey, you got Bruce to do a quick video of you maybe talking to Andrea, or maybe in front of their sign that says, hey, isn't this place great? I had the best raspberry smoothie ever. You guys got to check out M Street. You put it on as a video, you put it on your blog, then you search engine optimize it for M Street Coffee, Meetup, Bruce, me, Maurice, all the people that are here. Then you drop it into a distribution network, and then with these two posts here, that's what you drive to social media and say, hey, check out this video I did about the coolest coffee shop I've ever been in my life, M Street Coffee. And then you tag the M Street Coffee in the social media post. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes? Because what happens is, you know, we were joking a little earlier today that, you know, I went on a social media manager's fan page today, and I saw all these posts about fan engagement, how important it is to engage with your fans and so on. And I looked at her page, and there was no engagement whatsoever. It cracked me up. It just pissed me off, frankly. Because we have social media managers, we're all guys that can't find jobs, so we say, hey, we'll manage your Facebook page. I'm one of them. I own a social media management agency, and it cracks me. I think we ought to all have to take a test. It would sure clean out a lot of people, because a lot of people are trying to do this before they have anything to promote. Social media should just be a place for you to help drive traffic back to your website. I'm building relationships. Right? No, you're not. Come on. You're building relationships if you're talking with prospects and you're selling them stuff. That is a relationship that these mediums try to curtail. So with David and Bruce do videos, you know what they're doing? Open, body, close. They're just taking that same presentation, putting it on video, dropping it into an optimized website, dropping it into a CDN, and then finally that's when you can play on social media. So with our clients, we won't even let them play on social media at all until they've written a blog post, put a video up, and it's posted on their website. At that point, they check in with us, and then we allow them to post on social media. And you know what it does? It takes a lot less people on social media, but here's the thing. This becomes permanent. Each blog post, think of each blog post, it's almost like the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Right? You do a social media post, it's simple, it's done, wham bam, done. Twitter, it's 10 seconds, Facebook, it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, LinkedIn, because nobody uses it, it's maybe 7 minutes. Right? But if you do a blog post or a video, that goes to work for you over and over and over forever. You know, this is a true story. If you've ever seen me speak, you'll know that I always have somebody videotaping. Always, always, always. And if it's not me, I have a computer sitting here taping me. Because, to me, the audience is the most important group at that second that we're talking. Right? For those of us that are speakers, you guys know that. You really want to be interacting, you want to be spewing out your presentation because it's awesome and everyone's going to go, whoa! I don't care about any of that. When I get off stage, the only thing I care about is that we got good video. Because if I go put it on YouTube, optimize it properly, right? I'll tell you, if I go put this video on, and I put Mike's name in the title, saying that he was in the audience, and Maurice and Craig Valine in the audience, I'm gonna get hit by the people checking them out. I just want to be number 2. I just want to be right underneath their number 1 site. Right? And by being able to do that video, let me ask you this. If this video gets put on YouTube and optimized properly, dropped into a blog post where Google, Bing, and Yahoo love it, and then I take that and I drop it into DNet or Empower Network or one of these content distribution network, and then I take that and I post it on social media, is it possible that over the course of the next, say, 5 years, that more than the 25 people that are in this room will actually watch that videotape? So what's more valuable, this presentation or this presentation? It's so important, you guys. It's so important. The kids today are doing it. They're using Vine, they're using Instagram. I mean, you got 1,000 days till they run the world, and if you don't figure this out, you're going to be working for them, and you're not going to know how to fill out an application because they're going to deliver it via Pinterest, Instagram, stumble upon one of those. Does that make sense? So please, please, you guys, and if you want some help with this, I'm happy to help. Video, drop it into your WordPress site, get it into a content distribution network, and then promote that via social media. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay. Whew, that was a good one. So, was that helpful?
Awesome.
Cool. So here we go.
Hand, everybody. That's it.